Hi everybody, this is Courtney, and this is going to be a quick post on how Jim and I went from being nearly broke to having a 40-acre farm and 2 houses. So there are a lot of things I could elaborate on here, but I'm going to go down these bullet points and then I'll elaborate on each one a little bit. The first thing is write your goals down. What are your goals? The second two is get a side hustle or a part-time job. The third one is turn your side hustle into full-time work. Get out of debt. Stay out of debt. Live below your means. Pay cash. And it's the little things that matter. So we live a comfortable life. We don't make a lot of money. We do pretty well now compared to where we were when we started, and that's kind of how things took off and progressed. You're not going to start out early in life making a ton of money, most likely, unless you have some really amazing degree or you are, a trust fund baby or something like that. So no offense to those people that are. That's great, and I know some people who do a lot of good in this world with the means that they have, but for the average person, you're going to start out at the lower end of the rung when you get started. And for some people like myself and my husband now, going through major life changes can sometimes bring your income back down again. So writing your goals down. Jim and I, after we knew that we would be together long term, we decided that we wanted to buy land and have a house. We wanted to have about 10 acres, but that turned into 40. And it wasn't because that's what we wanted. It's because the land owner that sold us the land would not separate the land for us. The second is we both had a side hustle going on. We both had a day job and we had side work. We got serious about that side work and we built momentum, marketed, took that side work seriously and built those into full-time jobs, and those got momentum and they grew and grew and grew. As those grew, we continued to get out of debt and stay out of debt. We haven't gone back into debt. We have very little debt, and it's debt that we have the money to pay it off, let me put it that way, but we're holding on to that money until after tax season because we're at the point now where we pay taxes. We don't get a tax break or a tax credit. We don't get money back. So live below your means. As our income grew, we were staying frugal and staying out of debt, so you can use the money you were paying debt for savings. And as the money grew, and we continued to live very frugally as if we were still living on a lower income. Now, when we met, we were both making around $20,000 a year. That's pretty terrible. And I had a big shift in income because I'd been married and I was a part-time worker. My ex-husband had a really good job. And Jim had just opened a dojo and had taken a lesser paying part-time work to run that dojo and was doing a third job to make extra money. So anyway, you want to continue to stay out of debt and pay cash for things. Paying cash for things is one of the best things that you can do to continue to stay out of debt. Using a credit card, people tend to spend 17% more every time they use a debit or credit card. It's a lot harder to let go of cash than it is to use a debit or credit card. And the last thing, and I may have said this, is it's the little things that matter the most. Little things add up. If you're paying, for instance, $1 a day to make oatmeal and coffee for your breakfast with, let's say, fruits and nuts on top, because oatmeal is actually about 20 cents a serving if you make it from scratch, versus getting McDonald's every day for $5, over the course of a month, $5 times 30 is $150. A dollar is 30. That's $120 that you could save. If you do that in many areas of your life, you would be surprised how much money you can save. So we went from making about $20,000 a piece to a little over double that each with our building up our businesses, and we were able to save and save and save so that when the land came available, we had the money. We had the money to pay cash for 10 acres, but unfortunately they didn't want to split it up, and we're glad now we have 40, but we will have the 40 paid off in the next 3 to 4 years, and I'll blog about that as well. We're continuing to live on a small budget. we don't feel deprived. We have a very comfortable and happy life. We just don't do fancy things. We don't have a fancy boat. We do have a boat, a fishing boat. We know we have a big, beautiful farm, but our house is only 1,700 square feet, if that. And we just take small trips and enjoy ourselves, and it's a good life. It's a good life, and we want to retire debt-free. And I'm 47, Jim is 59. He will probably have to work until he's 62 to 65 because he's a police officer, and that's when full retirement kicks in. And we also have a roofing company, but that should allow us to retire completely debt-free with a good savings in the bank and be comfortable. I will be about 55 when he retires, if that. And so I will be able to go part-time if I want to. And yeah, so hope those tips help. Let me go over them one more time. Write your goals down. You've got to know where you're going to know how you're going to get there. Have a side hustle. Turn that side hustle or part-time job into a full-time job or a business. Get out of debt. Stay out of debt. Live below your means. Pay cash. And it's the little things. Have a great day. Thank you.